Hello everyone! Let's continue our journey of exploring the world's best LMS plugin for WordPress, MasterStudy. Today, we are diving into every detail of the plugin settings. If you are ready, let's get started. Let's begin from scratch by activating our plugin. The page that you are seeing is LMS Wizard. To help you better understand the LMS software, we came up with the idea to integrate the LMS Wizard. The wizard will help you configure the LMS settings depending on the decision to build a site for a single teacher or create a marketplace. So in general, you can change and set up the very general and basic settings of the MasterStudy LMS plugin using this LMS Wizard in a very simple 7 steps. So in the first step, we need to choose a business type. As you see, we have two options, individual or marketplace. I will go for marketplace. In the next step, we can specify the very general settings of our plugin. In the first one, we need to create or generate some LMS pages like user account, user public account, wish list, or checkout. What are these pages? We're gonna talk about a little bit later. In order to generate the pages, we need to use this button, and the pages are generated. It's crucial to generate these pages because without them, you may face 404 not found error. The next setting is about enabling WooCommerce checkout. The setting allows you to sell courses using WooCommerce. Please note, you need to install and configure the WooCommerce plugin. Setting is needed to use different payment methods. The next setting is enabling guest checkout. This setting allows you to create an account on the checkout page along with the course purchase. If the setting is disabled, then when you click on the Get Course button, a pop-up with a registration form will open. If you enable the setting, then after clicking on Get Course, a redirect to the checkout page begins. Anyway, an account is needed to save the progress of the course and link it to the students. The last one is about admin commissions. So this is the percentage that the author of the course will receive. Let's assume one student comes and purchases a course for $100 and you specify 10% here. It means that 10% of the money will go to the pocket of the instructor, which is $10, and the rest of them, which is 90% of the money, will go to the pocket of the site administrator, which is you. In that case, let me specify 30% here, and let me go to the next step. Next step is about specifying and changing the courses settings. So first we need to generate courses page. I'm gonna use this button to generate it. And the next one is about changing the courses page layout. As you see, we have two options, grid and list view. I prefer grid view. The next one is courses per page. So to here we need to indicate some number, and it's a number of the courses that will be shown on a one page. So I'm gonna put 10, and 10 courses will be displayed in a one page. The next one is about courses per row setting. Using this option, you can change the number of courses in a single row. We have 2, 3, 4, or 6 options, and I prefer 4, 1. The next one, enabling course filter. By enabling this option, you will give your users an opportunity to search courses by filtering by categories like level, price, and others. Let me go to the next tab. And this step is about changing the settings of the single course. The first one is redirect to checkout. The setting controls the behavior of the Get Course button when buying a course. If you click on the button, the name of the button will change to Go to Cart and the course will be added to the cart. The user needs to click Go to Cart to open the checkout page. This is useful when user wants to buy multiple courses at once. It adds the courses to the cart and then checks out the order. If you enable the setting, then after clicking on the Get Course button, the user will immediately go to the checkout page. So I'm gonna enable this option. The next one is about enabling or disabling course tabs. As you see, there are 5 tabs that we can enable or disable. In that case, let me disable this FAQ and it will look like this. The next setting is about course style. Basically from here we can change the course style according to our needs. We have 3 options, default, classic, and modern. I prefer classic version. The next setting is about curriculum. In the first setting, we need to specify the lesson style. We have two options, default and classic. I prefer classic version. The next setting is about changing the quiz style. We have one page and pagination version. So in a one page version, all of the quiz questions will be displayed in a single page. But in a pagination version, in order to see the next question, you need to go to the next page. Allow instructors to upload video files to video lessons. By enabling this option, you will give a permission to your instructors to add videos to their lessons. Allow instructors to create new categories. Using this option, you will also give some permission to your instructors to create their own categories for their courses. So I'm gonna enable these two options as well, and I'll go to the next step. The next step is about changing the profiles. Disable instructor pre-moderation. If enabled, user can become instructors automatically after the registration. If disabled, then the admin needs to manually change the role for these users. Disable instructor registration. It disables the ability to register as an instructor in the registration form. And the last one is about finishing the setup. Here you can find some useful links, referrals, or you can just add a new course using this button or import demo courses. So let me go for importing demo courses. And the wizard will import demo courses, and it brought me to this page. It was the end of the LMS Wizard. If you paid attention, we changed all the very basic settings of our plugin. What if, for example, we want to change some advanced settings? In order to do this, we need to go to MasterStudy LMS and LMS settings. Using it, we can do some more advanced setting and take more control to ourselves. In this sidebar, here you can see the list of the settings tabs, and we're gonna see all of them one by one. Let's start with general settings. The general tab includes common global settings, main color and secondary color. They will change the main and secondary colors of the components of the plugin on your website, but if you have installed a theme, they will not be applied to it. You can use the color picker to specify some color as main color and secondary color as well. If you want to use this text field, you need to specify the RGBA code for this particular color. The next section is about changing the currency settings. So the first one is about currency symbol. So you need to enter a currency symbol to this particular field. In my case, let's say it will be US dollars. The next one is about changing the currency position against the price. We have two options, left and right. Thousand separator. It will be much more useful to separate thousands if the price of the course or the number is getting bigger and bigger. I prefer to use comma to separate thousands. The next one is decimal separator. So this particular symbol will be used to differentiate fraction part and decimal part of the price, and I prefer use dot in that case. The last one is about number of decimals. If you increase this number, the number of digits in the fraction part will also increase, which means that you're gonna get more precise results. I prefer 3, let's say. The next one is enable WooCommerce checkout. If you remember, we have already talked about enabling WooCommerce checkout, enable guest checkout, and instructor earnings once we saw LMS Wizard, and these are the settings that we have set up in the wizard. Number of free featured. Using this setting, you can restrict the number of featured courses of your instructors. Featured courses will be displayed at the top of the courses page with a special featured badge. Deny instructors from accessing the admin panel redirects to personal profile. You can restrict access for instructors to the admin panel. They will be redirected to their account page. Note that the admin panel for instructors has restrictions. Anyway, they will not have access to the settings of the website, LMS, or add-ons. They can only create courses, lessons, and quizzes. I'm gonna enable this option. And the last one is enable preloader. So it adds loading animation for LMS pages and sections. So I'm gonna also enable it, and if you make any change in the settings, do not forget to save it. Okay, let's move to the next tab, which is Courses. Under the Courses tab, you can manage the settings that are mostly related to the display of the courses. Just take the full control and adjust the appearance. Import demo courses. If you remember, we have seen it in the LMS Wizard. So basically, you can import course demo content, including quizzes and lessons, using this button. The next one is about selecting the courses page. So basically it also be called like an archive page, and this is the page that all of your courses will be displayed. You can select one of the pages listed here, or you can create your own page using in this pages section, Elementor or WP Bakery. So basically it's up to you. The next one is about changing the course page layout. If you remember, we have talked about this one, courses per row and courses per page settings once we saw LMS Wizard. The new thing for us here is load more type. So you need to choose how to display the load more option, via button or infinite scrolling. The next section is about changing the course card settings. From here you can change the course card style. We have 3 styles: style 1, style 2 and style 3, and you can also change the course card info in style 1, like you can change the element of the text to center or to the right, and to here you can also specify the course's image size in pixels, like 200 by 100, let's say, and make a note of that. All of the settings here will be applied to this page only, not other pages. And by the way, when it comes to course card, you can also change the more advanced settings of it using wizards in builders like WP Bakery or Elementor. The next option, disable lazy load. Lazy loading is a technology for rendering content when the user needs it. This saves a lot of system resources. For example, when visiting a page with courses which consist of a list of the same courses. Obviously, we don't need course images that are currently off screen until the user navigates to them. Lazy loading works in MasterStudy LMS by default, but you can disable it using this option. Category parent slug. You can specify the slug for the archive page of the category. By the way, this page also call it archive page, which, as I said, all of the courses will be displayed. This is the part of the URL address. The next setting is disable featured courses top block on the course list page. This option disables the display of the featured courses, place it on the top of the course list page. Number of featured courses in archive page. So you can restrict the number of featured courses using this setting. The last one is about enabling archive filter. So this option enables courses filtering by categories. There are 7 filters available that you can enable according to your needs. With this option, user can use the sidebar in the course listing page and filter the browsing depending on the chosen category. Every time applying the filter, they do not need to reload the page. Every change displays instantly. Please note, when the filters are enabled, the number of courses per row will be 3 by default to ensure the best look. You can enable the courses, like you need to put a text to here, or if you do not put a tick here, they will not be displayed in the filter. Okay, I'm gonna save the settings and move to the next one, which is course. So under the course tab, you can change the course and lesson styles and manage some instructor activities. The first one is about changing the course page style. We have 3 options: default, classic and modern, and if you remember, we have talked about it in LMS Wizard. The next one is about course tabs, and we have also discussed about it once we saw LMS Wizard, and if you remember, we disabled FAQ tab, and our course tab will look like this. The next one, course levels. You can set the level of the course, be more precise, and instead of the common beginner, intermediate and advanced, you can indicate the exact level of your course. Just enter level ID, level label, and add as many levels as you want using this button, or if you don't want, you can just delete it. Okay, I'm gonna delete this one. Great. So the next one, lesson page style. We have 2 options, default and classic. I prefer it classic, and if you remember, we also saw this option: redirect to checkout after adding to cart, allow instructors to create new categories, settings in LMS Wizard. So I'm gonna skip them. So the next one, allow instructors to create new question categories. So it's the same logic with new categories, but in that case you're gonna give permission to your instructors to create question categories instead of the categories. Okay. The next one is about allowing PrestaPlayer source for instructors. As everyone knows, PrestaPlayer is one of the most popular players, and using this option you will enable your instructors to use this plugin. But to do this, you need to install the PrestaPlayer plugin on the site, and instructors must have access to the dashboard in order to add videos through this plugin. The setting will allow you to select videos made through this plugin. The next one is preferred video sources. You can restrict some of the video sources, and your instructors will not be able to use them in their classes, in their lessons. So let's say I'm gonna remove the tick from external link and embed, for example. The previous setting adds PrestaPlayer to this list. Enable bottom sticky panel. It allows the display of the sticky bottom panel and select what to display there. For example, when enabled on the course preview page, you can see the bottom panel with the relevant info about the course, such as title, price, teacher, and category. You decide what to display on the panel by enabling these available options. The next setting, enable related courses. It allows to show related courses on the page and select the display option, like by category, by author, or by level. Let's say I prefer by level. The last section is about changing the course completion notification. These settings allow you to customize icons to display a passed or failed course. If you don't want to use default icons, just upload icons from your computer or put the image URL to here. And do not forget to save settings. Let's move to the next tab, which is quiz. In this tab, we're gonna change the settings for the quizzes. The first one is about quiz style. If you remember, we have talked about in LMS Wizard, so we have two options, one page and pagination. In the media type, this is for uploading pictures and questions and answers. You can upload or provide a link if the picture is in cloud storage, let's say. We have two options, as I said. So the next one is LMS Pages. After the wizard, pages will already be selected here, but let's see each of the page and what of the function of this particular page one by one. The first one is user account. In this user account page, the information about the user will be displayed, and it will only be available for the user. The next one is user public account. This is also the user account, but this is for others. So it will be public and will be available to other users as well. The next one is wish list page. You can add some courses to your wish list and it will be displayed in this page. Let's say if you want to, for example, buy some course but you don't have money and you want to buy this course in the next month, you can add this course to your wish list and it will be displayed here. The next page is checkout page. In the checkout page, the courses that are added to your cart will be displayed and it will be used for purchasing of these courses. The last one is about courses page for Elementor. This is a special page that is assembled through Elementor that displays all courses with a filter, like an archive page in the courses section. The page needs those using Elementor on the side and want to customize the courses page through Elementor. This gives more customization options. And make a note of that, we have special wizards and you can take the full control of the Elementor and change all of the settings according to your needs. Let's move to the next one. Payment methods. As you saw, we have different payment gateways. You can just put a tick to enable them, like offline payment, wire transfer, PayPal, or Stripe. In order to use one of these payment gateways, you need to fill all of these required fields with correct informations. Okay, let's move to the next one, which is Google API. In Google API, you should insert your Google ReCAPTCHA API. Note that it will work with ReCAPTCHA version 3 only. I will put the useful links on how to generate ReCAPTCHA keys in the video description. You need to copy and paste your side key to here and private key to here. Profiles. In this section, we will enable or disable a bunch of settings, so let's quickly see them one by one. The first one, enable email confirmation. If you enable this setting, all new registration will get an email with an account verification. When users proceed with the registration on your website, they will get confirmation email to complete the registration process and verify the email. Once registered, users will be notified that instructors were sent to their emails. Disable instructor registration and disable instructor pre-moderation. These settings we have already discussed in LMS Wizard, so I'm gonna skip them. The next one, add students to own course. If this option is enabled, the instructor will have a tool in account to add students by email to the course. Instructors will be able to add students to their courses right from their profile page. Enable course pre-moderation. The course will have pending status until you, who is administrator, approves it. So I'm gonna enable this option. The next one, instructors archive page. So you need to choose this page using this drop down. If you don't have this page, you can generate it from Pages section or Elementor, so it doesn't matter actually. Basically, this is a page will display all the site's instructors, so they will be shown on this one specific page. Okay, this is not an archive page, but this is instructors archive page. The next one, cancel subscription page. The page is needed if the membership system is used. This works through the paid membership pro plugin. This plugin automatically creates all the necessary pages. If not, then you need to add a special shortcode pmpro_cancel to the page and select in the settings. I'm gonna leave them empty for now. Then the last one is about site profile menu. So I'm gonna enable this option. Actually, when you switch on this toggle, you can operate with the following options. You can enable or disable a site profile menu for the guest users in these settings, and you can change the site profile menu position to left or right, and you can also change the background color and text color of this menu using this one like this. Let's say I'm going to change the text color to black, let's say. And you are welcome to write down your RGBA color to here, to this particular field. I'm going to save the settings. And let's move to the profile menu reordering. In the profile menu reordering section, you can change the order of the menu items, profile menu items. You can just using drag and dropping to make the items enabled or disabled like this, or you can change the order for them using this for example, I'm gonna drag and drop Google Meet to here, and you can change the order like this. So the settings will be applied to the instructor and student separately. Here is how it looks like. In the preview, you can just hover here and make a note of that there are some restrictions for some particular items like dashboards. For example, I cannot change the order, and I cannot make it disabled, let's say. Okay, let's move to the next tab, which is certificates. This is the part of the add-on, so I'm gonna skip it and we're gonna talk about it in the next videos. The same thing for payout. This is also the part of the add-on. Okay, the next one is privacy and policy. This is the link that users see in the registration form. You can change the link text from here, and you need to specify the privacy and policy page using this drop-down menu. But in order to generate it, you can use just this pages section, Elementor, or some builders. So it's up to you, and it doesn't matter. The next one is shortcodes. They are needed if Elementor or WP Bakery builders are not used. For these builders, we have widgets with more convenient settings and interfaces. The last one is importing and exporting. So you can just copy the settings of this particular plugin using this button, and it will be copied to your buffer. You can just paste the copied settings to here and import settings, but these settings will override all existing option values, so please proceed with caution. And do not forget to save settings as well. This was the end of our today's tutorial. If you enjoyed the video, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with amazing news and content. If you have any questions or inquiries about a plugin, feel free to leave them in comments section. Additionally, if there are any specific videos that you would like to see on our channel, please let us know in comments too. Thanks for your support.